Hey, pooper stars. Listen. Listen, man. Oh my God. All I said was, hey, pooper stars. And like so many different emotions and thoughts start popping up in my head at the same time. It's crazy. Um, excuse me, but my initial thoughts was, baby, it is 5 in the morning and here I come. Yes, here I come with my ish. Um, like Cat Williams say, they know I'm coming. Period. And guess what? Hit the damn light. Please hit the light. Okay? Scoot up and get comfortable. It's your girl Shay Renee, and I want to welcome everybody back to my channel, back to my show, and back to a new week. Y'all, let's get it. Child, yes. Hey, y'all. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, y'all. Good morning. Hey. It's another blessing. It's another day. Thank you. We have another blessing. We have another day. Period. On God's green earth. Okay. So shout out to that. What a blessing. What a blessing. Happy Tuesday. What a blessing it is, y'all. Happy Tuesday. Um, I had to let the beat build. Let me let the beat build a second. Okay, while I get myself together. Oh, well, now, well, now. Now, cameras off. Baby, yes, cameras off. Cause I was just thinking about some things before I came on to officially talk to you guys and with you guys. And it's just like I know I ain't got time for the BS. So cameras off, baby. Yeah, now truth is, I don't know. But I'm gonna go do something to myself. Yes, please. Hello. It's hello. It's 5 in the morning, y'all. And I don't know why my eyes. Yeah, it's gonna be eyes for me. Child, I guess I'm still sleepy. But I needed to. I really needed to come on and do this show for y'all, period, this early. I did. So shout out to that, cause oh baby, let me tell you something. Um, it's just I don't know. I don't know, yeah. But I just really feel like, like I could just lay in bed, you know. That's just how I really feel. And that's just the God honest truth, Thank you, Jesus. Hallelujah. And I couldn't do nothing but think about Funky Dineva. Shout out to Funky Dineva. I like his content. I do. I like Funky Dineva content. But yeah, I love when he say, yeah, y'all at work, not me, bitch. Child, I like that. I like that. I likes when he says that. I be like, okay, you know what I'm saying? Like I ain't mad at him. Like I don't know. I like when he says that. But tell me why between me and y'all. Nah, just me and you. Period. Like Cassie said, I've been waiting. I'm about to make my move, y'all. Period. Shout out to that. Like, yeah, I just gotta tell y'all a little something, something. Y'all know I always got something, something to say. Now just for real between me and you. Now I know it's you and I. Yeah, now do this. I know that. I said that. But y'all know Cassie got a little song, and that's how she wanted to do it. It just is what it is. And you know me, I'm from Texas, so I swing, then I swung. That shit like that. Yeah, nah, just like that. But listen, tell y'all hit the like button too. Yeah, now scoot up, get comfortable. When I say that, I mean that for real. I'm gonna need you to get comfortable. Like whatever you need, grab that. But anyway, back to the story. So last night I was scrolling and holding. Yeah, I'm scrolling and holding. Yeah, period. So shout out to that. I won't. Now let's talk about it. Period. Like what? What we talking about? Like yeah. Now truth is, I'm a heavy hitter. I ain't what it is. What it is. So I'm scrolling and rolling and holding on Instagram. Right. Last night, minding my business. Child, and tell me why, why me, baby? Y'all, shout out to Key Sweat. Now, I guess y'all know he one of my favorite artists. It is what it is, cause the way his stuff be in my head. I'm just saying the way his stuff be in my head, it just is what it is. I know, for real. Y'all know I turn a short story long. So shout out to that. That's my superpower. It's one of them. Amen. But anyway, child, y'all know Funky Dineva. He loves to like, like I said, shout out to Funky Dineva because for real, y'all, this is like no tea, no shade. It's like it's all like I don't know, like um it's all love, I would say. Like I'm trying to think of that way people be saying stuff. I think they be saying it's all good hearted. mm, I don't know. Something they be saying, you know what I'm saying? But like I don't mean this in a malicious way. I just, um, mean it how I mean it. It just is what it is. But like, so I'm scrolling on Instagram, but I'm just saying, hold on, before I get to that, like, yeah, let me just go back real quick, like I just said, you know what I'm saying? Because everybody don't know Funky. Listen, truth is, I gotta back it up. Yeah, nah, because I'm type of that stay talking shit and then backing it up. Um, mm, back it up. Want to back. Come on. So anyway, um, I know how to make a mad, don't I? But anyway, so no, everybody don't know Funky though. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. But shout out to Funky Dineva. You know what I'm saying? Cause like, yeah, he funny and stuff. But like, he you know what I'm saying? One of his favorite lines to say is, you know what I'm saying, Nessa, you at work. You know what I'm saying? Not me, girl. You know what I'm saying? Not me, bitch. You know what I'm saying? He quick to say that because he is fortunate enough to not work a traditional job, okay? In a traditional way. It just is what it is. So anyway, shout out to Funky and shout out to that. Okay. Yeah. I know that's right. Um, but anyway, so I'm on Instagram and I see, like I said, his stuff been coming on my stuff a lot. I guess because I'm hitting the like button. I don't know. It just is what it is. Or either he been kicking out a lot. I don't know what's going on. But I did notice on Instagram last night he was like, um, he wasn't feeling good and um he is going to postpone his show. You know what I'm saying? Because he was like, if I do it, I'm gonna be half-assing, so I'm not gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Funky Donnie because I understand the feeling. One, I definitely understand the feeling, and two, baby. That's why I had to, you know what I'm saying? Y'all know what it is. Like, consistency is key. You know, it is what it is. But no, what I really wanted to say is, child, why before I knew it, I was in his comments, baby. Have you when you type up some shit and then you just say never mind. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like for real. It's almost like writing a note and then boiling it up, throwing it in the trash. That's what I did. Literally. Like I jumped in his comments. I said, Funky, you and your feelings, girl. No, I said I typed something. I was like, Funky, you and your feelings. Not me, girl. But before I knew it, I deleted it. You know what I'm saying? But you know, again, it's listen, it is no tea and it is no shade. I just excuse me, I just feel like, it's the internet, you know what I'm saying? One and two, we are here. I say it all the time. We are here to have a funky good time. It just is what it is. At least I am anyway. Two, and then my bad, y'all. I had to stop and pray. Yeah, truth is, I had to stop and pray one time. So anyway, back to what I was telling y'all. Uh, you know, but I just feel like, you know, when we're on this internet, it is what it is. Sometimes, you know, I feel like we in other words, I feel like he opened himself up to that. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. If I did leave my comment, hopefully it wouldn't have made him feel no type of way because, truth is, okay, you want the truth, you always gotta be able to handle it over here with me. Um I cannot quit looking at this spot on the wall that I feel like it's a spider. I just feel like it's a spider. And I just cannot, you know what I'm saying, feel like it's a spider without doing nothing about it. But anyway, yeah, I just feel like, us being on this internet, we just open ourselves up to certain things, it just is what it is. And like that is his, like I said, that's his line, you know what I'm saying? Like I was trying to explain to y'all and narrate for y'all a little bit because everybody don't know who Funk is. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like he will be wherever he at. You know what I'm saying? Don't matter where he at. He gonna stop time. He could be in the pool, he could be in the kitchen, he can be on a yacht, he can be on the beach, he can be in the middle of a restaurant, wherever he is, you know what I'm saying? He will stop time and remind a bitch, you know what I'm saying? That she at work and he not. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. So like I was saying, um, I actually, started to just, play with him a little bit, just say it in a playful way. But the thing is, you know, I just, I didn't really know, what in his feelings or however he put it because I can't remember. I didn't know what that meant. I didn't know what all that entailed, and like yeah, everything isn't a laughing matter and everything isn't for fun. And I'll take it a step further too. Um, the due to the fact that I did deal with, what I'm saying, unsettling feelings. Child, one can call it depression. It's all different types of names. Um, I don't know. I just, the older I get, yeah, I just like to choose my words a little bit more carefully, especially because, again, like I said, we open ourselves up to so much stuff on this internet. But it is what it is. Because I was talking to somebody, just the other day, and we were just like small talk, and they brought up depression, and I was like, well, she was saying that like you can well, the conversation was just small talk, like I said, but she was talking about different things and she brought up, depression. And I just casually was like, oh, yeah, I dealt with that like early in life. You know what I'm saying? Just, girl, and like, but honestly, that's how I feel, if that makes sense. That is how I feel. Now, that doesn't mean that I don't still go through things because trust me, I do. You know what I'm saying? It's just different, if that makes sense. Yeah, now truth is, uh, it's like I can't explain it. But it's like dealing with something that was hot. You know what I'm saying? Like now lava. You know what I'm saying? Hot lava. You know, um, to then dealing with something that's more mild, if that makes sense. Yeah, that's the best way that I can put it. So like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? It really felt good for me in that moment to be able to, you know what I'm saying? Like, not me, girl. You know what I'm saying? Um, but it didn't feel right. Yeah, if that makes sense, y'all. I just didn't feel right. Honestly and truthfully, yeah, nah, truth is, it's just one of them things, but um, I don't know. I can't explain it. Cause like I said, it didn't feel right for me, if that makes sense. It's hard to explain. Yeah, no, truth is, it is because it was a joke. You know what I'm saying? So, like, if I really, really, like, if I knew him, I probably would have left it. Yeah, no, truth is, because it is what it is. Like, you know, it's the internet. And again, I feel like it's something that he opened himself up to. It just is what it is. When you constantly remind people that you're not in that situation, I think, you know what I'm saying, you're not in their situation. I think anytime you go through something that somebody ain't going through what you're going through, you give them the opportunity to just back it right back at you, type ish. It just is what it is. Um, but like, no. It was a joke, but it was also a celebratory moment for your girl, period. So shout out to that. I think that's why, what I'm saying, retracted it. I retracted it for different reasons, if I'm being real. Um, Especially because like I don't feel like I know him well enough to be joking with him like that. But like, yeah, y'all, just a little insider. You know what I'm saying? For us. No, it just is what it is. I definitely was about to, hit him with his own little, because it is what it is. It's a joke. Yeah. It's a little ha ha ha. You know what I'm saying moment. It just is what it is. But like, yeah. It's really crazy. But yeah, I think the conversation that I had with the lady, you know what I'm saying? The conversation that I was just having, I think that is what made me also to tell him what I was about to tell him, because it just is what it is. I'm like, yeah, you know, been through a lot, but um I don't know. It's just so crazy how differently I see things now. Yeah. Nah, truth is, if that makes sense, it just is what it is. You know how people say, I see the light. When I was young, people used to always say, I see the light at the end of the tunnel. I think, you know what I'm saying? I know what that means now. And honestly, I think it just means like, you know, dang, it's hard to explain, but it's just like, it's just, you know what it's like for real? It's like changing a negative into a positive. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's all. So shout out to that. But may we all just still be inspired and get inspired on a daily, okay? Because it is what it is. Because honestly, if I'm being real, I love what, like I said, I told y'all already. I love when Funky not even say that. You know what I'm saying? You at work. not me. You know what I'm saying? Because that doesn't make me feel no type of way. Why would it? I don't, you know what I'm saying? It don't make me feel no type of way. At all. I think it's funny. I think it's inspiring, you know. Um, and that's that, you know. Uh Again, makes me feel no type of way at all. Cause I be wanting to, you know. It just is what it is. I ain't gotta go into detail about myself. I'm inspired. I'm inspired by his, what I'm saying, ability to talk that talk, in such a confident manner. So anyway, shout out to him and shout out to that. And may he be good, with whatever he's going through. Because like, yeah, I sure as heck ain't trying to, like, I don't know. I just I don't know. I don't want to y'all know what I'm trying to say. Shoot. I'm not trying to, you know, like make fun of him. Yeah, now truth is I damn sure ain't trying to make fun of him, you know, because Lord have mercy, Lord knows. But like, nah, we skating over here. So shout out to that. It is what it is. Like now, I feel like if mm, 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 mm. This is crazy too, but it is what it is. Shout out to God for taking that yoke. Won't He do it? Um, ooh, yeah. I feel like if depression was a university or a test or something, some shit like that, I just feel like I put in my hours, like, and I did that. Been there, done that job. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know, um, for real, like Dr. Brian said, I did that. Yeah, now truth is, transcripts. Yes, yes, shit, that shit's on deck. All that it's out. It's out there. Period. Trust me. You know, so it's like I don't know. I don't know. And sometimes like it's hard to say. But to put it like this, I won't say I'm completely done, but it be feeling like it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, not as far as I'm concerned. you know, as far as I'm concerned, I be like, man, time served. I ain't, yeah, what did give me my certificate? Shit, I'm gone. You did? Yeah, nah, whatever else, what else is going on? Type ish. And that's just the honest to God truth. You know what I'm saying? So, so with that being said, now I like to pop my ish like Crisco. Yeah, now truth is like, what? Now? Start with straight shots and then pop bottles. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know, man, truth is. And that's why now y'all know that's why I pop it so hard. Yeah, nah, it is what it is. That's why I pops it. Every chance I get, just I mean, only if I'm just like, period. Just like when I be like, Happy Tuesday. Today gonna be a good day. I claim it. Like that's me popping it. I'm popping it. It just is what it is. Yeah, now truth is I'm popping it. Cause like I said, I did my time. I did my hours. It is what it is. I'm not, you see, mm, mm, done. You know, it is what it is. Done for. Like I ain't got time for that. Shit, yeah, nah, it is what it is. Like I said, if that was a school, like, I ain't over there no more. Yeah, no, truth is, I ain't over there no more. You know, um, but again, I mean that in the most a humble way possible. You know, it is what it is. It's like I ain't saying, that things won't come along and try to test me, you know. I'm not saying that, I'm not saying I'm above that type of stuff either. But what I am saying is, been there, done that, period. Gave it too much time. That ain't what I'm on no more, it's like God was like, yeah, now come on. He said, come on, come on, come on, come on, come and talk to me. He's like, come on, talk to me, daughter. You see? Period. So shout out to that. Y'all know what it is. I tell y'all my story all the time, you know. And if I'm fortunate enough, maybe I'll get to tell it in a different way, on a larger scale, like a lot of people. Like a lot of other people desire to do, you know what I'm saying? I would say. Or so to speak, it just is what it is. I would love that, you know. Um, because I for one personally feel like I got a hell of a story to tell. That's a hell of a story. But I think we all do, and that is I think that we all do, and I honestly think that that's the special thing about life and God, if I'm being real. You know, I feel like as many of us as it is too, I feel like we uniquely all have a story to tell, you know? And I don't know. That's just a thought, Oh, just a sweet little thought, y'all, on this beautiful Tuesday morning. That's crazy, but yeah, I believe that. And I just want to say God bless us all, It is what it is. It's crazy. But yeah, I feel like we all have a story to tell, and some people just choose to everyone tells their story differently, whether um it shows up in their work, um it could be around the kitchen table with their family. They can write a book, they can do a documentary. um it's just many, 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 many ways, y'all. It really is. And I, for one, you know, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not mad at it, if that makes sense. Yeah, nah, truth is I'm not mad at it. I think that, I don't know. It's hard to explain, but I will say this, you know, because I've had people in my life that to me, right, have like tried to like hush it. You know what I'm saying? Um, and let me tell you what I mean by that. So like I've had times where I was going through something, or maybe I wasn't going through it, but I was talking about it. And somebody was like basically telling me to shut up. I think that's why I'm not a fan of that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? I know that's why I'm not a fan of that type of stuff, you know? Um, because like I said, I feel like we all have a story to tell, you know, if that makes sense. Um, and I just feel like can't nobody tell you to shut up. You know what I'm saying? Can't nobody shut you or your story up, as much as they will want to. And I'll take it a step further, man. You better do your thing, do your thing, do your thing. However and whatever you decide to do. Baby, it's your prerogative. You better do that damn thing like Bobby Brown and his slanted haircut told you to do. Okay. Shout out to that. For real, for real. Cause like that's why I don't know. I'm just one of them people where like, um, listen, if all you like it's hard to explain. It's hard to explain, but I will say this. That's why I be telling y'all, you know what I'm saying? Like, you are your author. You are your own author. You got the pen in your hand. Don't never let nobody write your story for you, you know? Or like, it's hard to explain, but let me just explain it like this. It's kind of like okay. So y'all know how I was just telling y'all that people be quick to say, if everybody want to do this, then who gonna be the trash man, and who gonna do this, and who gonna do that? That's why I don't talk like that. Y'all will never hear me talk like that. You are, god damn it. Since you so worried about it, I guess you are. Shit. I mean, I'm just saying. I guess everybody left you in charge, okay, of the regular degular. Bitch. You feel me? Like you the head of that? You know, just is what it is. Yeah. So shout out to that. Cause like, we not doing that. For real. We not doing that. Mm, mm. Nah, truth is. And I can't explain it, y'all. It's kind of hard to explain. It is what it is. But what I will say, lastly about it is, um, fuck people. Truth is, you know what I'm saying? Fuck everybody who don't see it the way you see it for yourself. Yeah. Yeah, let's talk about it. Truth is, because it just is what it is. Listen, and I don't mean that in a malicious way. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, because my fuck people these days is really just, it's just, you want the truth? You got to be able to handle it. You know what I'm saying? It's so close to saying God bless you. It's crazy. It just is what it is. Like it's like It's so close and similar. It's crazy to me. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing. It's just like saying, leave me the hell alone. Um, Remember, I was just telling y'all, everybody talk different. You know what I'm saying? From all different types of regions around the world. You know what I'm saying? And like, I don't know, I think they in Africa. You know what I'm saying? The people be like, man, piss off. You know, like that's what they be saying, where they from. You know, same thing. It's all the same to me. You know what I'm saying? But the Christian in me, right? I just want to be like, man, God bless. You know, God bless. You know, at the end of the day, that just means like, yeah, and to hell with people. You know, like this is your life. This is your story. You know, and just like I was telling y'all, uh, damn, I was telling y'all recently. I don't know when. Y'all know mumbo jumbo, right? Um, but I was telling y'all that like at one point in life, I listened to somebody and I feel like I wish I wouldn't have. You know, it is what it is. Can't make up for the lost time now, but I'm just saying, you know, sometimes in life you're gonna have to really, 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 really listen to yourself. You know what I'm saying? I don't know who I'm talking to. Shit. I feel like I'm talking to somebody, you know. This is the thing, and another thing too. Let me just say this too before I wrap this up. I'm gonna wrap this up. Um, I always feel like I'm talking to younger people, you know. It's hard to explain too. And I take it a step further. Sometimes it's almost like I'm talking to my younger self, you know. Um, yeah, now truth is I just feel like you know, it will be times where people can help you. It will be. But then there will be others, you know, and that's just how I feel about it. I feel like there will be others, and there will be times where you have to literally trust yourself, you know, trust yourself, trust God. That's it, you know. It is what it is. Sometimes, you know, like literally leap of faith type of stuff, you know, but I just want to say, like, y'all got to be careful with letting people talk their stuff into your plans. You know, it is what it is. Now, it's one thing for them to, you know, feel how they feel and say what they say because you can't really change that. You know, so like for instance, when I was telling y'all somebody made me feel like they wanted me to shut up, I did. You know what I'm saying? But I'm still telling my story. You know, like I'm still talking. I just quit talking to that person, you know, if that makes sense. But like I'm still telling my story, you know. I'm not gonna shut up because you want me to. You know, it's weird. It's crazy. But like, yeah, you know, like no, I don't recommend it. Not when it comes to uh your plans, you know, your plans and your life, man. You're supposed to do this stuff as big as you want to, you know, or as small. You know what I'm saying? And the older I get, the more and more I'm starting to understand, you know, just really, 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 really relishing, you know, and being grateful and stepping into everything that God called you to be, you know, it just is what it is. Confidently too. You know, this is what it is. Shout out to that. You know, like, do you in the biggest way, you know? Like, and just, it depends. Like, it's just your life. You know, that's what I was saying. It's just your life. You have to remember that. You really, really have to remember that. Let me tell you something. In my first half, I love to say that. Yeah. I don't know. It's so weird. I always feel like I'm in the second quarter, but it just is what it is. In my when I was a young woman, right, a young lady, I put I lived my life too much for others, if that makes sense. Yeah, now truth is, it's just if I'm being real, it felt like I was like, that y'all know these toys that these kids play with, you know? It's like that, I felt like a stretchy toy, you know what I'm saying? Like bending and trying to conform to what other people wanted me to be and what other people wanted me to do so much to where now I'm like I'm way more stubborn, when it comes to that because it's like I'm finally thinking about me, like hello, like you're a character in this, you know what I'm saying? Like you are the main character in your story, you know, and I don't know, it just has never always felt like that. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense. And I don't know. I honestly, now that I think about it, I mean, maybe that's just part of being young. I think a lot of people probably would feel like that. I guess we're always coming up under somebody else's guidance and advice, you know. Um, so I don't know. I guess now I feel like almost like a rebellious teenager. You know what I'm saying? Like I just want to run away from everything, that I was taught. Really, if I'm being real. Shoot. You want the truth? Child, you got to be able to handle it over here with me. Child, yeah, I done ran off. Mm, mm. And now I'm over here with y'all, okay? Period. Living and dreaming just as big as I want to. And you ain't got to hear, like, you hear that? That's crazy. God is so funny. As soon as I said, you hear that? I could hear my kid. But, like, nah, listen to that. Listen to that. Y'all hear that? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like now, that's just I love it. Green flags. I don't hear nobody. I don't hear no naysayers. I don't hear no haters. I don't hear no doubters. I don't hear no negativity. Come on. Y'all hit the like button. That's green. Everything green up. Green flags, green lights. Let's go. Come on now. That's inspiring. Do you hear me? Shoot, that's motivating. I ain't gotta hear. I ain't heard none of that. you know, over here. You see, with y'all. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. Like, yeah, once I broke free, okay, understand me? Yeah, now truth is. You want the truth? Baby, you got to be able to handle it. Like, sometimes it's just about, not sometimes, all times, we forget. You know what I'm saying? It's about what you want. Yeah, now truth is, listen, yeah, God, He always in the midst of it as long as you put Him first. As long as you put Him first. See, sometimes I get in my feelings a little bit, y'all. Hold on, because we politicking. It is what it is. Shout out to that. Hello. It's your girl Shay Renee. But like, sometimes, sometimes I feel away. You know what I'm saying? When I tell y'all it's all about me, 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 period. Like Maya has said. Or what about forget about you, you. Man, she meant that. She even put a little dance move to it. Oh, whatnot, whatnot. And nah, truth is. But like every now and then I feel bad sometimes when I tell y'all, you know, like to love on yourself, but like no, ain't none of that. It ain't no reason to feel bad about that. Okay, period. If you putting God first, He gonna show you what else to do. Okay, period. That's what I say. So like it is what it is. Shout out to that. Child now. Anyway, after that, I feel like I'm ready to move on, pooper stars. So listen to this. Oh Lord, I know for real. Listen to this. Um, did y'all see Meet Me a Little Baby? Meet Me a Little Baby finna perform Dream Chasers at Disney. It was too cute. It was too. I said Zara is too cute. He cute and he getting bigger. It's taking him a long time to get big. It seemed like, but him and his mother are so cute. They're a cute little duo. Those two. Um, Now as far as Meat goes, I don't know what Meat be having going on. I guess Meat probably like me. I don't know. If I had to guess, I don't think Meek really like kids, sharing his kids with the internet. If I had to guess, cause he don't never Meek don't never post it, but that really is just no surprise. You know what I'm saying? Cause I mean, I don't know. It's hard to explain, but like, let me try. Well, y'all know I gotta stand. You know what I'm saying? Well, I always say, does anything player ever happen to me? And that's like a little funny little insider that we have. Um, that I started here. And it was just simply, to simply put it, it was just a a nice way of saying like, dang, Nick is always in the blog for something crazy. Something crazy is never anything good. And with that being said, I could see why, he would decline to post his kids. Shit, it just is what it is. Like, yeah. If it's like that, um, I almost compare him to Brian McKnight, but like now that's a little different. But like for instance, um, Brian McKnight has been going through it. Like he's been going through it. And so like to me, Brian posting his kids would be like pain freaking. To me, personally, but I don't know. It is what it is. But maybe posting his kids does something for him. I don't know. But shout out to Milano for posting so I bet because he's about to put on a show, okay? But like, yeah, listen, it's so cool when others believe in you, but honestly, it starts with you. You know, you, the main character, okay? You the main person supposed to think. You the main one gotta you the main one gotta believe in you, and whatever you trying to have within your story, if that makes sense. So, um, you know, you control that, you know. You're the author. So, yeah, make sure you write it how you want it to turn out, you know. It just is what it is. Shout out to that and everybody who's listening. But anyway, so listen, y'all. Let's get into a show now. So, Cardi B, y'all. Cardi B cusses out a blogger. Child, yes she did. Cardi B went off on a blogger just recently. Hold on, let me see if I could. Y'all, hold on real quick. Let me see if I can find the clip. Y'all don't make sure. I mean, y'all make sure. Y'all make sure y'all scoop up, get comfortable, and hit the like button. It's your girl Shay Renee, and I'm in the building. Yeah, nah, truth is, um, I'm here to pop it and talk that talk with y'all. So y'all make sure y'all hit the like button. I'll be right back. Let me go hunt down my stuff. Telling y'all, when I open my mouth, I'm saying something. Should I feel like a professor. Probably Miss McCown. I definitely should have been on streaming university. Okay. That's what I say. Anyway, dang, what was I gonna tell y'all? Oh, I got so much going on. It is what it is. Like, I'm having fun though with y'all. Y'all having a good time. I hope y'all are having a good time. Good morning. Shout out to everybody who comes through. Shout out to everybody who hits the like button. I'm in the building. I appreciate that too. But yeah, yeah. This in listen at the second half, baby, the second quarter, for real, like and the second run, y'all, it's 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 for fun. You know what I'm saying? I know I was hesitating. I got the stutter and stuff. Cause it is what it is. Like we square business though. You know, like it is what it is. We about our business. But we still having fun, you know, if that makes sense, child. No. Trying to trying to make it make sense. But I don't know, you know, that's just for me. That's just me, you know, that's just what I like to do, you know. Whatever it is, I gotta try to make it fun for myself, you know what I'm saying? Or else I'm probably not gonna wanna lock in, you know. And like I was explaining to y'all earlier, that's kind of why, that's another reason why I'm not offended by when Funky I need to be saying his people at work and he's not, you know what I'm saying? Because truth is, I love working. I'm at the point in my life now where I love it. You know, I want to. In my younger years, you know, that probably would have offended me because I hated it. You know, I was dragging my feet. Now I welcome it, you know. Let's do it type ish. So, you know, um, it is what it is. But if I do it, you know, I gotta make it fun. Okay. So that's just how I feel about it. And like, yeah. Um, kind of like Mystical said, if it ain't live, it ain't me. Oh, I used to love that song right there. If it ain't live, it ain't me. Hey, cause I'm too hot to and too hot. I'm too. He said I'm too hip to trip. I know that's right. Cocky back, don't miss. Mm, 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 mm. Hey, 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 man. That used to be my song, y'all. I might have to play that today. But anyway, you know, prayers up, dog. Prayers up for the whole mystical situation. You know, the woman involved, all of it. You know, it's really, really sad though. It is. It's really, really sad. You know, I was listening to this man talk about it yesterday, and like this is the thing. Like, Lord have mercy. I told y'all, like, I don't know. It's just he wasn't really saying much, you know. But what I will say, shine, baby. Hey, but what he was saying is he was trying to say that like it sounded like he was trying to say he don't really know if Mystical did it or not. You know what I'm saying? But he was saying like he could see him just pleading guilty to it, just like to get it over with. You know what I'm saying? Because he was saying like, ultimately your life be on the line. He was saying they could bring you to court, send you back for like it was just a lot. A lot of I don't know. I don't know. I just feel like he was saying a bunch of nothing, kind of almost. But also like saying that he was from I forgot what it's called. I almost said Cash Money. Not Cash Money. He said he was from something. I forgot what it's called anyway, but yeah, that mystical stuff is crazy. It is, y'all. I mean, I don't know. I just really don't. I will say this though. I have heard that stuff like that happens where he's from, though. I have heard that. I have heard that stuff like that happens regularly, okay, where he's from. I can't confirm that. I can't deny or confirm that because I'm not where he's from. You know, it would take some Louisiana people to really spread some light on that. You know what I'm saying? Because I got that information from somebody that was, like got that information from somebody else, so to speak. Um, so that's that. But if that's true, then it could be true. You know, let's start there. Yeah, now truth is, we just you just start there. Like if that's true, then it could possibly be true. Um, because like I don't know where you live, but where I live, that doesn't happen regularly. Like, hold on, I don't know. Well, yeah, no, it's a difference. Like that type of stuff happens everywhere, right? To me, but like, no, y'all. I'm talking about the way it was described to me is like something that happens in the hood often. Okay, like the hood dudes be doing it. Allegedly often. You know what I'm saying? That's what they were saying. And they was also saying that like, you know, they'll get rid of you too, type stuff. But I don't know how true that is. Cause again, I'm not from there. But I will say this. Where I'm from, in the hood, that don't happen on the regular. In the hood, that don't happen often. In the hood dudes where I'm from don't be doing that. Like they not on that kind of time. So I don't know. But allegedly, where he from, if you from Louisiana, shed some light on that. You know what I'm saying? Because somebody told me that allegedly they be doing that type of stuff where he from. I don't know how true that is. I cannot deny or confirm that, y'all. But he got 20 years. And I think people are saying this is the third one. So now my question is he sober? Because I listened to the interview that his son did, right? And um I listened to the interview that his son did. And let me just say this. A lot of people in the comments was saying, that he was so well spoken, and they just kept bringing it up. And then so a lady was a lady in the comments. She said, Why does everybody?" And I should have got her username so I could address her. She kept saying, "Why does everybody keep bringing up the fact that the way he speaks?" She was like, like people who look like that, you know what I'm saying? like me, so to speak, they like they can't articulate themselves. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's what she said. And so I responded to her, but then I deleted it. Because it is what it is. I decided to just, you know, address it here. I think listen, this is what I said typed to her. I said, when I was listening to him speak, I thought the same thing. And it just made me wonder how his upbringing was. It made me wonder what type of schools he went to, because this is the thing. Some people are good at articulating themselves and some aren't, you know? So it's not that people who look like that can't, girlfriend. Hey, ooh, girlfriend. It's not that we can't, it's just some don't. So I think when you hear someone of his age from his age group speak the way he was speaking, it was just refreshing. That's it. That's all. I think when you hear um someone like Mystical Son do an interview, and speak so well, because it's not just the way, it's not the words he was using. It was just like, yeah, the way he was articulating himself, and he did, you know, um, like it was like he was saying every single thing right, you know. Um, it was just nice to see, if that makes sense. It's like I think that's why it was people were saying it. But I understood what she was saying as well. I did. I understood I understood exactly what she was saying. It was almost like people were shocked, but honestly, I was a little shocked. But the only reason I was a little shocked is because, well, no, I just started wondering, like, you know, um, I started wondering, like, did his father's money or his mother's money, somebody's money, um, have a part in that, so to speak. It is what it is. So when I say that, like, did he go to better schools than the other kids in his neighborhood would have had the opportunity to do? Or, is it, did he just, is that just, regular, like public school, like, yeah, I think that's another thing that would have popped up in my mind, because it is what it is. I tell my chat all the time, that when I listen to people speak sometimes, I'm always I just pay attention, if that makes sense. So, like, for instance, before I started doing this, I didn't know that the school systems in Philly wasn't that great. Like, I never knew that. Like, how am I gonna know that? But I ended up like I'm almost bumping into that information, so to speak. But I don't know, like, to me, this is just personally, okay, this is just personally how I feel like you can really learn a lot about the education systems, okay, by the way people speak and articulate themselves. Just, it is what it is. So I think it's one thing that's like noted, by me, so to speak. And I think I'm not the only one who does it, okay, girlfriend, to answer your question. Mm, mm. But it's your girl Shay Renee. Y'all scoot up, get comfortable, hit the like button. I'm gonna press on a break. Hold on, we're gonna talk Cardi B when I get back. Hold on. It's Shane Renee, I'm on go. So hit the like and let them know. You know everything's greener. You know everything's greener. Oh, baby. My hair. Oh, okay. But the hair's been hearing y'all. So shout out to that. I'm so goddamn happy. It don't make no sense. Hold on, though. Hold on, y'all. Yeah. I have to put out a brief hole while I get it together real quick. Let me just say, like I was trying to tell you out of the hair, we shout out to it. It's doing its thing. I told y'all I was gonna do my treatment, and I did. Child, I know with this busy schedule, amongst everything else, don't ask me how I didn't fit hairdresser into it too. Won't he do it? Maybe yes, he sure will. So shout out to that. I'm just have to get my hair together. Like, yes, real quick, hair update. I've been back in the bun. And I love it though. I love it. I'm happy. Y'all know I'm happy. My Beyonce voice, and then y'all know I am a little nervous though. Yes, truth is. Just a tiny bit nervous if I gotta keep it real. Um, but the thing is, I'm definitely doing things different now, y'all. So let me tell y'all how I'm doing it differently. Okay, so one, um, okay, hold on. So the main thing I'm doing differently is I'm taking my bun down often. Okay, it just is what it is, and this is for all the this is for all of the suns out, buns out, girlies. Okay, all the girlies who love a good bun like me. Say ooh, I love it. Okay, it is what it is. That's my thing. Yeah. Now, truth is, I said that. I love putting my hand in bun, going about my day. Definitely makes me feel like a natural woman. Woman. Shout out to that. You make me feel. You make me feel. You make me feel like a natural woman. Woman. Yeah, truth is something about, you know, rocking my own at home grown, okay? So anyway, well, for all the girlies, okay, that, like me, y'all be on that. Um, my bad, y'all. I'm trying to massage this product in my hair for real because I ain't playing this go around. We growing healthy hair. We growing out of healthy hair to hair, okay? Period. So, and then, after that, we're going to grow out a healthy, desired length of hair. And then after that, we're going to decide what we want to do with our hair, each and every day. It just is what it is. But yeah, we're on a healthier journey. So anyway, shout out to us in that. But yes, I'm my girlies that like to rock the buns, and be having the breakage and stuff like that due to the buns. So I've been doing things a little differently, and I hope it works. Like I can't tell y'all because I'm just now back to rocking my buns like full time. Like seriously, like right now, I'm about to put a bun in my hair, put a hat on. Don't even need no hat. Just I just want to wear a hat today. For the aesthetic. I put a hat on, but anyway. And dang, what's I about to tell y'all? Oh yeah, but the key to it is I just been taking them down. You know, it is what it is. And like right now, I'm about to do a loose. Let me try to do a loose one, honestly. But yeah, that's what I'm doing differently, y'all. From like in the past, you know what I'm saying? In the past, I would keep my bun morning, noon, and night. You know, and I think I would take it down for bed and that's it, you know, but it'd be up all day long like that, you know. Also, in the past, I was quick to add hair, you know, really fast, quick, really quick to add hair. This this go around, this go around, I'm not. Okay, so it is what it is. I will not. Okay, so shout out to that. Now, anyway, let's talk Cardi B. Because that's what I'm here to do. Amen. That's it. So Cardi B, shout out to Cardi B. Okay, it is what it is. Cardi is coming around the mountain. It is what it is. I just, you know how you feel like somebody is like kind of making a breakthrough. Like, yeah, I feel like Cardi is making a breakthrough. But anyway, she proves your girl Shay Renee right, and I like that. So shout out to Cardi again. But let me just say this. Okay, so she proved me right three ways, right? The first way is she proved us all right, by like basically saying, hey, you know, Stefan basically just did what he did to get the poster down. Yeah, now truth is, let's talk about it. It reminds me of Kishko. I say it all the time. Some of these to me, right? It's just my personal opinion. I'm not gonna say it like it's actual and factual, but I think some of these guys, when they get with some of these women, they be shocked. Yeah, no, truth is like they never imagined her just leaving the magazine for real. Like they just never imagined her leaving the magazine. So once it becomes a reality, to me, in my most honest, humble, personal opinion, they don't really know what to do with the girl. Yeah, now truth is they don't really know what to do with this S symbol, that then came out from off the wall for real. And then, like literally sitting down, looking me in my eyes and, in my bed. Child, they, child, they really don't know, but I just really, this is how I imagine it, so to speak. And so I told y'all, like we all said it. We was like, no, so I really think Cardi B is like, yeah, y'all was right. It is what it is. I personally, I don't think she's wasting no time with Stefan. Yeah, this is but just like it's like literally watching her say, like we literally watching her throw this one back, yeah, into the waters, into the raging waters of real time. Okay, it just is what it is. And now every time I see Stefan, I'll be thinking about fish or fishing gear or running rivers. Child, anyway, let's continue. So yeah, she proves everybody right. We was all right. We knew it. You know what I'm saying? And then we just glad that, it didn't take Cardi that long. Okay. It just is what it is. Cardi that came around the mountain, whatever, then woe off. Fast. Child, faster than a Hispanic beat. Faster than a Mexican beat. Shit, that's how fast, you know, Cardi B realized, like, ooh, you know. Um, so anyway, it is what it is. Shout out to her and shout out to that. Um, period. Choose wiser. Like Wayne said. Um, so anyway, shout out to Cardi. Then the second way she proved your girl Shay Renee right, okay, is I told y'all Cardi B is gonna do hold on. Second. Okay, yeah. Cause I didn't want to forget what I was talking about. Okay, and then yeah, secondly, I told y'all Cardi B, I told y'all, I was like, some people um do they're like really well on the internet. So I was like, I could see how people be, getting caught up by being like fan pages or stand pages or whatever, you know, one trick ponies or whatever, so to speak. And I was telling y'all that like Cardi B is like, yeah, it is what it is. She's good for the algorithm. Um Cardi B gonna make some shake. No pun intended. So shout out to her, and shout out to that. You know what I'm saying? Cardi, she knows her worth. Cardi is starting to realize her value. It just is what it is. But she been on, cause she been then said Tasha K will be the last one. Um, and I don't know. It's just something about that where I kind of do believe it, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't know because the reason why I don't know. I mean, I believe Cardi, but I'm like I don't know. Because it's a lot of people on the come up right now. It just is what it is. Lots of people on the come up. But anyway, she goes off on this blogger. Should I tell me why I think I know who the blogger is? Yeah, the truth is I think I know. I know. Shit. I got a lot going on. Listen, y'all know I like to start out slow and then speed it up. So shout out to that. My kid always got it where, child, never mind. That's a whole nother story for a whole nother day. Let's see something real quick. Yeah, Cardi B cusses out the blogger, and I'm like, I think I know who the blogger is, but child, she won't get nothing over here. Yeah, nah, trick to get fired. She won't. But I don't know if it's her anyway because Cardi threw me off. Cardi threw me off. Hold on, did I mean to say Cardi? Hold on. Yeah, Cardi. She threw me off when she called the lady fat. See, I don't think this lady is fat. I don't really know like that. But I will say this. Hold on. She was saying that, hold on, y'all. Hold on real quick. Okay. Now, hold on. So she confirmed that she basically proves the world right that like yeah that one ain't bad much. Child, she didn't left him while he jobless and all. And how else did she confirm prove? She proved I was right by saying too that like yeah she be making shit shake on the algorithm and she ain't really going for that no more. And again, she, was speaking on a blogger, but kind of not speaking on a blogger. Um, and this is what she had to say about the girl. Every lie you got, bitch, I got receipts, real text message, real videos, real crying, bitch, real tears, bitch, to show. It's every dick that goes inside me, this bitch become obsessed with them. This bitch could go out her way to become any nigga that I fuck with. This fat, sleazy, greasy ass bitch always wanna oh my god, I'm gonna follow any bitch that they ever fuck. Bitch, I don't care. This is not like Cardi B that used to be in the other relationship, bitch. I could care less about niggas. For real. For real. This ain't that. This ain't crying over niggas for like 7 years. No, this ain't that, baby. There's some new shit. And you bitches blogs and y'all motherfuckers with Twitter fingers, y'all shit gonna be dry up for the next shit. Cause any dick that's going inside me, nobody's gonna know about. For real. Bitch, you're fucking obsessed. You are obsessed. Look at yourself right now. Go to the mirror right now. For every lie you got, bitch, I got. Now I will say this, like I said, it's one person that do come to mind when Cardi B says what she says, like only one, and that's crazy. But like, child, it is what it is. Like I said, I ain't finna say nothing about old girl because she weird to me. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Now she weird. Ain't nothing like she ain't player. She weird. She's a weirdo. Um, it is what it is. I don't fool with her like that. So I'm not finna tell y'all who I think Cardi B talking about, but I think I know who Cardi B talking about because I didn't seen this girl be weird, and she love to act like she got all this inside tea and like she know these people and child, she just kills me. And I just would like, yeah, Cardi B jump in my DMs and tell me if it's who I think it is. Send me a DM on Instagram, my comment section, or have Ken or somebody send me a yes, because I think I know who Cardi B talking about. But anyway, shout out to Cardi B for like, yeah, just I don't know, killing these hoes, like Trina said, in that aspect. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, nah, it just is what it is. Not like, yeah, shoot, cause you know. It is what it is. I told y'all Cardi B be doing numbers. Okay, so shout out to that. She proves your girl right. And then another way she proves me right is y'all heard what she said? She said she gonna keep her next relationship private. I said, oh, as you should, rap girl. Somebody is finally listening to your girl Shay Renee. Okay, period. I tell the girls all the time. Had Cardi B would have dated Stefan privately, she could have saved herself from the public embarrassment. Okay, it just is what it is. Um, truth is, but it is what it is. The situation has already taken place, and it ain't nothing she can do. But but move forward. But shout out to Cardi because I'm surprised. I would have never thought that she was gonna do it this quick, and this soon. But I don't know. It's just, I just feel like Stefan, like, and this I could be wrong, but he seemingly doesn't make it hard, I mean, I just could be wrong, but and I could be wrong. So that's why I stopped myself. Maybe he appears one way in public, and then it's another way, in private. But I don't know. Child, I don't know, cause but anyway, again, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Cardi B who and people feel like that for sure. Her saying the next person I be with, y'all ain't gonna know nothing about, and I'm gonna be starving these algorithms moving forward. People feel like that was definitely okay confirmation that she ain't, you know, in no type of relationship with Stefan no more. And I said, ooh, I eat child. I know I've said somewhere sleeping better. Yeah, now shut up. It makes things better. Get your paper, man. In my heart of my hearts, yes. I feel like um I'll say somewhere sleeping better. I would say right now because it be like that sometimes. Yeah, no, true. It be like that. Even though he knows that it's still done, and things are over. With for him and Cardi. Um, I think sometimes people be like, as long as it ain't you. Yeah, now truth is, I think, like it's just common sense. It's no way Offset would have wanted. You scared me. Good morning. I feel like there's no way. Hold on one second, child. Hold on real quick. Um, yeah, I'll say I think he's somewhat celebrating that. It just is what it is. I think he definitely like associates Stefan with, the guy who, took his woman, and yeah, it's just it's yuck. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like he gonna forever. You know what I'm saying? Not like Stefan. It just is what it is. Um, and I also think he's laughing too, like, you know, like, dang, you couldn't even last a year. Or did you last a year? You lasted a year, maybe even lasted 2 years, you know what I'm saying? But I just know he's somewhere, child, loving it. Like Mickey D said. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Cause like I was trying to tell y'all, ain't no way in hell. You know what I'm saying? I said was the last person. I mean, Stefan is the last person that I was saying would have wanted to see Cardi B ride out in the sunset with. It just is what it is. Like I honestly, I think he on some. Like I said, as long as it ain't him, you know. It is what it is. I'm good. um. Now, of course, he not gonna really be too fond of anybody part to get with, but trust me, he's somewhere feeling like it's better than Stefan. Shh. So anyway, shout out to that. I will say this though. He probably ain't, I don't know. He can't get too happy though, cause uh, that don't mean they ain't still messing around though. Broken up. Hold on, baby. I'm gonna tell you like this: broken up, and let me tell you, broken up, and I'm trying to talk to you. I ain't get breakfast for. Hold on, real quick. Broken up and done messing around are two different things. You hear me? You hear me? Yeah. This is a shout out to him. And like when you like follow you single people, you know what I'm saying? You single and lonely folks. And please don't joke about comments. I mean, I ain't know. Man, it's just a joke. Anyway, it's not even my joke. It's Chris Rock joke. You know what I'm saying? And I think it's funny. Shit, he said he didn't spare nobody. He said you're gonna either be single and lonely or married and bored. Okay. He didn't spare nobody. So shout out to that. But anyway. Child, I you single folks, listen up. When you asking your questions, right? When you want to know a little something about the other person, you make sure you ask them. You know, because they'll be quick to say, "Oh yeah, we broke up. We broke up the last year." You know, they be quick to say they broke up with somebody. Okay, that's fine. Break it up, but listen, y'all, please understand. Breaking up with somebody and not messing with them anymore are two different things, though. You know what I'm saying? So you go ahead, Miss Present Girl. If need be, you get that breakup day. Seriously, if it's gonna be important to you, go on get it. I want to see you get it, but at the same time, please be mindful. It is what it is. Hella mindful that it's another day that you're gonna need. Yeah, nah, when listen, when it's live, it's when I'm gone, right? When I'm through, when it's over and through. Damn, I hate when that happens. Oh, crazy. Stefan was popping it to man. They ain't getting no type of get back. Boy, if Offset in over there. If Offset in over there. Just because you said it. Yeah, nah, you the one who said it, big dog. Yeah, nah, truth it is because this is the thing. Like, I don't think Offset them will ever be together again. But again, I said it. Broken up is one thing. Messing around is another. Alright? Um, yeah. Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to talk to y'all. Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna put y'all on a brief hold. Hold on. So yeah, what was I trying to tell y'all? Yeah, now breaking up and done messing around is two different things, and like people tend to still mess around. Okay, after a breakup, sometimes, not all the time, not all the time. Sometimes some people, the breakup date is the same date as the messing around. Please believe everybody is not all the same, but just to make things, just keep it all good and make sure things are, actual and factual. Like never play yourself and only settle for the breakup date. I would say that's really not enough, because somebody could tell you they broke up with somebody 5 years ago. Hold on 1 second. Y'all hold that thought. Hit the like button. It's your girl Shay Renee. I'm in the building. Hold on. other kids. Anyway, yeah, I'm in mommy mode. So shout out to that. But what I was trying to tell y'all, yeah, like listen, somebody can tell you, okay, this is especially if they have kids. Somebody can tell you that they um broke up with somebody 5 years ago and just climbed out of their bed last week, you know? So you gotta be careful with that type of stuff. It just is what it is. And you definitely need to be making sure you're asking the questions that you need to be asking, okay? When you out here and dating. Okay. So shout out to that. But yeah, I don't know what Stefan did, but I would say, if Cardi B is like done, yeah, he messed up. It is what it is. Cause how do y'all? Yeah, I don't know what he could have did because with my experience, I mean, from my understanding, Libras they can pretty much hang. Yeah, now it is what it is. Uh, I'm telling you, you'll get tired. You know what I'm saying? Period. Before a Libra will, in most situations. Yeah. Now, truth is, you see how see how Cardi was with Offset. You know what I'm saying? Just like that. That's a good example. And Jada and Little Baby, again, good examples. But like, yeah, I, I don't know what he could have did, but he must have messed up, you know, uh, royally, actually. If for Cardi to be done with him. Also, too, though, you never know. Cardi might be just talking. She might be just mad. But I would just say too, though. I also think I don't know. I think if I'm being real, she finally just like, yeah, nah, this ain't gonna work. Cause that's a lot of that is a lot of women. It just is what it is, child. It's a lot of women uh to have to deal with, And I don't know a lot of women that will sign up for that unless I just it just is what it is. I don't know a lot of women that will sign up for that. No, you know. So it's crazy. But anyway, shout out to them. Shout out to everybody that we talked about today. Um I really wanted to talk about more, but I got caught up politicking um earlier, a little bit more than I wanted to, but it's all good. I'm not mad at it. Oh, y'all hold on real quick. Yeah, I'm not mad at it. At all. Shout out to that. Shout out to her for doing what she feel like she need to do, what's right for her, and shout out to you for listening. And I'll take a step further. Shout out to you for doing whatever you feel like you need to be doing for you. I'm sorry. Amen. Because I'll tell you like this one thing I know, two for sure, you know, in this line of work, I feel like it's really important that, you, um, dang. Mm, I don't know, but I just wanted to say, well, before I said that, I wanted to say shout out to us all, you know what I'm saying, for focusing on our focus and getting back. Anyway, I'm back. But yeah, I just want to say, shout out to us all for real. Just focus on our focus and on bettering ourselves, to everybody, because that's what I was trying to say, one thing about this type of work, and I'm not lying, it's the truth. One thing about this type of work, I feel like it will like having you making sure your own back, you cut your own backyard, you know. In other words, to me, it'll make you want to have your stuff together. That's it. Just bottom line. Uh, Easily put. You know, that's just the easiest way to put it. Yeah, it'll have you making sure you taking care of your business for real. Sitting up there critiquing people and stuff. It really, really makes you want to have get your shit together. Okay, or you know what I'm saying. Some people got their stuff together already. Shout out to that. Shout out to them. And it'll make you want to keep it. You know, just is what it is. In other words, it's really humbling. For real. Hold on. But I will say this too, though. You know, I don't know. It's hard to explain because although I do feel like this can be a very humbling um 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 position to be in or whatnot. I also feel like, people I just feel like if a person is that, they're just that. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel about it too. Yeah, no, truth is. Because it is what it is. Like I feel like like I was saying, this can be really humbling, but I also believe that if you try to because y'all probably not ready for that. Anyway, I might not be ready to necessarily deliver that message. You know what I'm saying? It might not come out the way I wanted to or I needed to, so I'm gonna leave that alone. But for me, right? For me, I don't know. I'm gonna always pop it. Yeah, now truth is, it don't matter. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, like I don't know. I just feel like the only person that can humble me is God for real. Um, because I like popping it. Shoot, that's just my thing. I've always felt like I had a reason to maybe just existing, just existing alone. I ain't never needed no reason to. So it's really kind of hard, honestly, to humble me, baby, because I had this same attitude living in some projects. Truth is, it just is what it is. Living in the jets. Some people, you just, no matter how hard you try, you ain't gonna be able to do nothing with them. You know, and I don't know. That listen. It just might be. I just might be one of those people, y'all, for real, because. But God, you know. But God, I just thank God. It is what it is. Thank God for everything I just said. Just is what it is. Thank God, cause I do know without Him, I'm nothing. But with Him, I'm everything. And if I don't know nothing else, I know that I know that I know that I know that much. You know. And so, I just stand on it. If that makes sense, I feel like I need me some more primer. The primer I use, I don't really like it like that. Shout out to Tasha Gay. Shout out to Tasha Gay. Who pulled up Waka Flocka's baby mama. I loved it. Shout out to Sasha for using her platform to bring us that dun dun dun. She posted her picture right on Instagram yesterday. And Waka Flocka seemingly responded a little bit. He said something about don't try to come between the people I love and something about misguided, I don't know, evil, anger, something like that. I don't know. If I had to guess though, I think that was Waka's kind of mature way of saying, mind your business. You know, I do. I feel like that was what he was saying. To Tasha, and I said, okay, go on, welcome. I like that response. It is what it is. But again, like I said, shout out to Tasha K for just showing us what we didn't know. I can appreciate his response though. Mm-hmm. And then I could be thankful for the little dun dun. At the same damn time. So anyway, shout out to that. But yeah, I'm getting ready to get out of here because I need to. The sugar shaving day, I came, baby. I saw I conquered. Oh, I ain't never did no quick little 1, 2, 1, 2 as quick as I done did this. What it is, what it is. I gotta move on, like Diddy said, baby. Uh, Speaking of Diddy, like, oh Lord, I wonder what's going on between him and Daphne Joy, cause I don't know. In my heart of all hearts, I do not believe Diddy don't talk to her no more. So what is this about? She got going like you just never know, huh? Yeah, I don't know. It's giving child, it's giving like she might be like is she sent to set up the industry? Child, I don't know, but it's your girl Shay Renee, and I gotta get with y'all.